Missing that key player on your team and do not have the coins to afford him? Check out cheapmaddencoins.com for the best coin buying and selling service. Use code SAVAGE for 15% off. Yo guys, what's going on? It's Savage here, and once again, I am here to offer all of you a little bit of assistance. Recently, whether it's been my comment section or my mentions on Twitter or when I'm live in my Twitch chat, a lot of people have been asking me, yo Savage, how do you pass the ball against cover 4 palms or cover 4 quarters? Those two plays have been creeping into the Madden 20 defensive meta as of late. A reason that it might be giving people trouble is because they're not used to the way that cover 4 palms and quarters plays. Cover 4 palms and quarters are a lot different than cover 4 drop show 2. Cover 4 drop show 2, the deep blues constantly back up. In cover 4 palms and cover 4 quarters, the deep blues actually match in the man coverage against certain routes. So normally when people go up against cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms, they actually try to attack it like they're playing against a cover 4 drop. That is not what you're supposed to do. Don't worry though, that's why I'm here. In this video, I am going to be giving you two setups, a setup from Gun Trip's tight end to attack cover 4 palms, and a setup from Gun Bunch to go ahead and attack cover 4 quarters. Both of these setups are going to give you a one-play touchdown against both of these defenses if, of course, your offensive line gives you the time, as well as some checkdowns you can throw on the field as well. Just like I said in my cover 3 beater video, I will never just give you a beater. I will also give you routes around it to make the play more useful so that the beater doesn't become predictable. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and break down cover 4 palms and cover 4 quarters so that you never struggle against either of those plays ever again. But little self-plug, if you do enjoy these setups and you find them helpful, make sure you guys go ahead and check out my website, savagemadden.com. So if you really want to dive deeper into a large scheme to not only dot up cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms, but every single possible defense in the game, I got all the stuff that I run on the site. Go check it out right now. Alright guys, let's hop right on into this. The offensive playbook we're going to be using is the Oakland Raiders, as they have both Gun Trip's tight end, which we're going to be using against cover 4 palms, and Gun Bunch, which we're going to be using against cover 4 quarters. We are first going to be focusing on beating cover 4 palms with the play PA shot post in Gun Trip's tight end. The setup is extremely simple. All we're going to be doing is blocking our running back to pretty much cancel that play action, curling our tight end. Then the middle receiver in the trips, we're going to be putting him on a drag route and motioning him across the formation. Notice we have the wheel running to the wide side of the field. That is recommended so you have the most room to go ahead and throw the ball for the wide open touchdown that you saw us get right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and let this run a few times so that you guys can kind of see everything that's going on from the playing standpoint. Then we're going to go ahead and break it down in instant replay exactly what makes this a one-play touchdown. And then I'm going to, of course, show you guys the checkdowns that you have on the field, which are the curl and the drag, and pretty much when to throw them. So you saw in real time, in real motion, exactly how that wheel's getting open, but let's actually break down why. So pretty much what we're doing is we are motioning over that left of screen receiver to the right, and the reason we're doing that is because it's going to force that right of screen corner to kind of play on that drag, as you can kind of see on the right side of the field. Then what this is going to do now is force that safety to pick up the tight end. You see the right of screen safety kind of sitting behind Travis Kelce. This now forces the left of screen safety to match the double move post that Sammy Watkins is running, and it forces the left of screen corner to play the wheel on the outside, but the wheel is running on the inside, as you can see. That is the benefit of running it to the wide side. So now this safety who is on Sammy Watkins cannot help on Tyreek Hill, because as you can see, the other safety is squatting behind Travis Kelce. So that safety has to commit to Sammy, and it's too late now because we have a wide open touchdown to Tyreek Hill over the top. That is pretty much manipulating the overall match principles in this game. I mean, for the most part, I don't think EA is ever going to be able to code it to the point where matching is just like going to be able to cover every single type of route concept and route schemes, because if that was ever the case, then everybody would just be able to sit in this defense without any worry, because essentially the game's doing it for you. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's pretty easy to dot up, as you can see right there. So now let me go ahead and just pretty much break down the setup for the checkdowns. All we're doing is we're dragging that receiver and motioning him. Then we're putting the tight end on that curl. The only different thing we're doing is putting the running back on a wheel route. Wow, I just stuttered hella hard right there. I apologize. So the reason we're putting that running back on the wheel route is so that the seam flat on the right kind of spreads out wide, and that's going to allow the drag out. The drag's always going to be open, but that's going to allow that tight end that's running that curl route. We're going to be able to low ball dot that all day after the drag clears. So you're going to notice right here, the drag clears. We low ball it right to Travis Kelce. It's a dot every single time. Mind you, though, you have to wait for that drag to clear. If you do not wait for that drag to come across the middle of the field, like past the center, then you're going to probably throw it into coverage and it'll be tipped up and probably picked off. So right here, you just notice how we pretty much just wait on that drag. The drag gets open almost every single time, and if we just wait like one more second, that curl opens up to the tight end. We're never really throwing the wheel to the running back. The wheeled running back is simply to go ahead and free up the drag, because that means the seam has to play that drag or the wheel route on the right. As you saw, that Derwin James just committed to the right side of the field. That's what helps free up the drag, because free up the curl, because the drag is going to take the yellow across the middle. Then the wheel is taking Derwin James out of the play in the seam flat, and then Travis Kelce has a one-on-one just sitting down in front of a safety, and that safety's never going to be able to play the ball. If you low ball it, always low ball that, and it'll be a dot every single time. So I mean, those are pretty much going to be your checkdowns out of trips tight end when you want to go ahead and run this one play touchdown. I always say to mix this setup in from time to time, just so that your opponent doesn't think every single time you come out in this play you're trying to go for a one play touchdown, because eventually your opponent isn't going to be an idiot anymore. Probably going to use her, probably going to try to double it as well, and that's just going to obviously make it more difficult for you to throw the ball. So of course, mix in these check down setups and you'll be money against cover 4 palms. Like I said, this is the setup that you're going to want to run against cover 4 palms, not cover 4 quarters. I am, however, going to be now switching over to gun bunch after this rep to go ahead and show you guys what to do against cover 4 quarters in gun bunch. Now, right here is the last time. Like I said, we're just going to go ahead and low ball to the tight end one last time. So now right here, let's go ahead and switch to going up against cover 4 quarters. So we're going to be coming out in gun bunch, and this setup's really, really easy. The checkdowns in here are really nice too. We're coming out in 4 verticals. It's so simple. Like, you guys are going to see it really, really nicely. All we're going to do is block our running back, streak our tight end, and put our left of screen receiver on an in route. We hike the ball, and we just let it fly. You're going to see we're going to pass lead to the left. Now, you're going to notice it's like, oh, well, the safety was kind of over there. The big reason why the safety was over there was because Tyreek actually is getting bumped on this play by the linebacker who's just drifting. I don't know why they make the linebacker drift so far on this play. I guess it's because he's like semi-matching the tight end for like 2 seconds, but it doesn't matter because we still are able to pass lead it to the outside, and that's what's so money about this play. Now, right here, we're going to go ahead and break it down just like I did when we were breaking down gun trips tight end. Just focus on what everybody is doing. For some weird reason, the left of screen safety matches to the tight end in the middle of the field for that split second. You're going to notice the left of screen corner is matching on that in route. So now once you see that tight end is getting matched by that left of screen safety, it's just a matter of time before you watch Tyreek Hill kind of have an angle on him. As soon as we see he has an angle on him, we're going to pass lead it to the sideline, and we are just going to go ahead and rat catch it, turn it upfield, and the safety is never going to have a good enough angle to actually go ahead and make a tackle on Tyreek Hill, especially in Madden 20. But this is how you easily bomb cover 4 quarters. It's just so nice. It's a very, very beautiful setup. Like I said, though, I never will just give you a one play touchdown. Got to go ahead and give you another scheme of routes that you can put on the field. Pretty much, guys, the setup is going to be the same. You're going to block the running back, put the left of screen receiver on an in route, streak the tight end, and the only different thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the outer bunch guy on either a drag or a slant. We're going to motion him out and hike him while he is in motion. This is just going to go ahead and give us 2 crossing routes across that middle of the field, and this is just a beautiful way to actually dot up the underneath against cover 4 quarters. And the reason that this is actually a very important thing to incorporate if you do want to run the cover 4 beater out of gun bunch, if they are running cover 4 quarters, is because let them commit to guarding the underneath and then set them up for the over the top one play touchdown throw, because that is going to give you the best possible scenario in terms of them committing to the lower routes. Then you're just freeing up the over the top. I mean, it's just like real football. You constantly dink and dunk, and then when you think, okay, we got him right where we want him, throw the ball over the top. Now, when you do run these setups with the checkdowns on the field, you can still actually throw a one-play touchdown. The only thing that you can't do if you're putting the checkdowns on the field is you just have to go ahead and not motion the outside bunch guy. Now, I will show before this video ends, I will show you what that does look like. So I guess you're getting a little 2-for-1 from your boy today, man. I'm really hooking y'all up with this nice little setup. So pretty much, if you want to run the one-play touchdown, just do not motion anybody, and you're just going to see we have unfortunately, Patty Mahomes just threw it to the sideline. Just don't motion the outer bunch guy. Put him on a slant, and you have a one play over the top. This is with 2 checkdowns on the field. We have the slant, we have the in route, and you can just go ahead, chuck it up, and it's money every single time. Super, super easy setup. I mean, it really is. Just kind of be aware of where you are in the pocket when you're doing this. Don't drift in the pocket if you are not motioning anybody, because then that'll free up the over the top. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope this helps. Smack a like if it did. Have a wonderful rest of your night.